this is going to be more chill type video today. In case you couldn't tell by the title, we're going to be not only spilling tea, we're going to be gushing espresso, injecting what else has caffeine? Red Bull, just injecting Red Bull into the world. I'm going to be talking about everything that a beauty guru made me buy, and I'm mad about it. I'm pissed. This is all money that they owe me, and let's just start. I'm not gonna go in any particular order, but I'll try to go in order that I do my makeup. I have a full bin of products that I was persuaded to purchase. Not all, these are expensive things that a beautiful person just told me to buy, and I bought it, and I thought I was a better consumer than that, but it turns out I'm not. So I'm going to be talking about it, and I have strong feelings, so let's just do it. So I'm going to be starting with primers. This first one, I wouldn't say that any particular person was like ranting and raving. Jeffree started a review comparing this e.l.f. putty primer to the Tarte silk canvas, and I was interested in the silk canvas because who uses it? Not Tati, not Jeffree. It might have been Nikki Tutorials. Nikki Tutorials uses the silk canvas, and I looked up the price. It's like $60. I'm not gonna pay that much. Jeffree Star compared these two, and he said this was just as good, if not better. So Jeffree Star, thank you for encouraging me to buy this e.l.f. putty primer. I use a bunch of it. I don't know if it does anything, really. Like, I don't know if any primer really does anything. I'm kind of one of those people. The next primer is the Ofra Cool as a Cucumber primer, and I was convinced to buy this from Soph Does Nails. So Soph, you owe me some money. Oh, I should mention, I'll have a running total over here, or over here, whatever side, and that is all that'll be the money that I was convinced to spend because of beauty influencers. And this brings me to my next point. I got this idea from an Instagram account, and I think she has a YouTube as well. I'll link them both. It's really just called A Beauty Guru Made Me Do It. So that's how I got this idea. I don't know what her content really is. Her Instagram, it's like a panning page. So like when you hit pan on a product, it's really satisfying to look at, etc., etc. I'll link both of those. So Soph Does Nails, you owe me some money for this. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. This I was convinced to purchase because Tati really likes it. There's going to be a lot of Tati recommendations because I idolize her. She's an angel, she's a goddess, she's everything I've ever wanted in a person. She's my soulmate. I was convinced to buy this because of her. I like it. At first I hated it. My best friend actually, many moons ago, before I even like watch YouTube very often, said that this emphasized all her dryness and her texture. And I forgot about that until I bought this, and it's decent. I like it. I don't think it's a bad foundation. The Bare Minerals Bare Pro Performance Wear Liquid Foundation. This was a recommendation from Stephanie Lang. There's a lot in her in here as well. This is a okay foundation. At first I really loved how it made my skin look. I was actually obsessed. It was like holy grail status. And then a few times my sister, bless her soul, she's my ride or die, will like say, you have a line on your jaw from like my foundation. It oxidizes really bad. So I actually had like 3 bottles of this, and it all oxidized to be too dark for my skin. So I still have this. This is at least a year old. Closer to 2 years at this point. This foundation right here is the Cover FX Power Play Foundation. And this is another recommendation from Stephanie Lang. This was not cheap. This is like one of the first foundations that I spent like more than I feel like on a foundation. That and the Bare Minerals. Again, this was also holy grail status. I loved it. It made my skin look so great. It was full coverage. I loved it. I was obsessed. And now it's almost empty, and I can't wait for it to be done because I don't want to have it in my collection anymore, because I have other foundations that I love that are cheaper. I'm a cheapskate. I don't like this expensive shit. I'd rather spend like $50 on 10 items than $50 on one item. You know what I mean? Miss Tutorials, where's my check? You owe me money for this one. This is the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Velvety Matte Foundation. It is full coverage. You need like just a little drop dollop. It's thicker to cover your whole face. I find even like when I squeeze it out, I'll try to do like a little controlled amount on my palette, my mixing palette, and it's still too much. It's a really good value. I think this is $20 compared to like the $35 foundations I just mentioned. I really like this foundation. It's very full coverage. I won't wear it every day because it is like mannequin status. So Nikki Tutorials was the recommender for this. She owes me money for me wasting my money. Actually, I wouldn't say I wasted my money on this. I'm a little iffy on Juvia's Place. I do want to put this out there because it's coming out that their customer service is kind of like snotty, mean. Like when you have a brand and like your brand has been built up to a certain point where you're killing it. You're at the point where you're killing the game. Presenting like a cultural diversity, that's like kind of what your brand is built on, and then you have like this really crappy customer service telling people that they need to wear makeup because their skin isn't good. It's just really disheartening, and people know of other brands that kind of do what you do. Just don't be mean to people. So unfortunately I won't be buying this again, but it is a really good foundation. Miss Tutorials, this is you again. This is a Juvia's Place. I don't even know what it's called. I Am Magic Concealer. This actually was a product regret of mine because it does crease on me so badly. And Nikki Tutorials having hooded eyes, and like I feel like her eyes are very similar shape to mine. That's like why I like watching her so much. How did this not crease on her? Because it creases on me even when I bake and put powder under my eyes. So I don't know. It's not suspicious or anything. I'm not saying there's anything shady. I'm just like, Nikki Tutorials is a fucking magician. I don't understand it. So just saying. Next is, I'm trying to think of how I do my makeup. Powder. Where is my powder? Thomas Halbert, can you please either cash at me or send me a check in the mail, because this is not cheap. This is a very expensive powder, and I had this before, and I'm mad because you're gonna make me buy it again. I had this before, and I was like, oh, it's just a powder, and then you gassed this motherfucker up and made me realize that this is actually fucking amazing. It's perfect. It's wonderful. It's smoothing. It's translucent. It's finely milled. It's wonderful. It's fragrance free, I think. I know I don't have the fucking box anymore. But this is not cheap. It's like a $35 powder, and it's just powder I put on my face. Thomas Halbert, please send me a check in the mail. I have my bronzer, the Fenty. Oh, it's very reflective. My Fenty Beauty Stalk'r Shady Biz bronzer. This is Raw Beauty Crispy. Please send me some money because this isn't cheap either. This is expensive stuff. I'm such and it's so nice. Like the past two products, they're so nice, and I'm gonna keep buying them, and they're wonderful, and I love them, and they're great, and you have great recommendations. It's expensive, it's hard, but this bronzer is amazing. So going on to blush, I have this Sigma blush in the shade Pet Name, and this is a recommendation from Stephanie Lang as well. Look at this. It's so light. I look really light right now. Am I in focus? I can't tell. I need to start. It looks like I'm not in focus, but really I'm just a blind ass bitch. Look at this blush. Look at this blush right here. It does not show up on my skin. I can't remember how much I paid for this. I think my handsome husband got it for me because I remember the situation. I remember we were sitting on the sofa looking at this website, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've always wanted to try this brand, blah, 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 blah. I think I convinced him to get this blush for me. I think it was on sale though. This doesn't show up on me. I wanna hit pan on it and then like get it out of my life. Stephanie Lang, this is your fault. You did this to me. This product, Raw Beauty Crispy. You are good. Yeah, I love you. Do you want to be friends? Add me on Facebook. So this is a recommendation from Raw Beauty Crispy. It's the Super Shock Cheek Colors blush, and this is in between the sheets. No, this is Count Me In. Oh, this is the one she actually recommends. I just have been using the other ones. Like, I haven't even used this one yet. If you can tell, like, it still has the imprint in it. Hold on. Yeah, it still has the imprint on it. Yeah, so this is the one she actually uses all the time. And yeah, I can't wait to start using it. I use it in between the sheets. This one's Count Me In. And these blushes are really nice. They give such a beautiful color flush to the cheeks. And because it's a creamy kind of formula, closer to cream than powder, it gives like a sheen. It's a matte color, but because it's a cream, it has a sheen to it. And it just makes you feel like you look like you just got home from the gym. You look beautiful. Your skin is very, just wonderfully perfect. Raw Beauty Crispy. You owe me. You owe me. You owe me. You owe me. Raw Beauty Crispy. This is Milani's. What are these called? They're just called powder blushes. This is a powder blush from Milani. It's the one with the rose imprint. This is in the shade 1 Romantic Rose. This is a recommendation from Tarte again, I believe. I get these confused with Flower Beauty because they have the same imprint. So this might not actually be a recommendation from Tati. She might actually recommend the Flower Beauty pressed blushes. I got it confused because they both have the rose imprint. Mine's a little bit worn down. Hold on. Mine is a little bit worn down, but they both have that imprint. And this is another beautiful blush. Tati and Raw Beauty Crispy, Nikki Tutorials normally have really, really good recommendations. Even if it does cost me a lot of my money that I work really hard for. Hose. Next we have, I just want to show this. This is a Makeup Geek Magnetic palette, and I just want to say, I cover up my mouth and I feel bad because maybe people read lips. I just want to say that these Makeup Geek Magnetic palettes are really pretty, and they just hold a lot. So this whole thing was a recommendation from Stephanie Lang, except for the highlighter. There's kind of like a multiple players at play for the highlighters, but I'm going to talk about the blush and the contour first. This is the blush from Makeup Geek in Love Letter. This is like a really nicely, hold on. This is a nicely pigmented blush that I got a long time ago when I used to watch Stephanie Lang a lot more often than I do now, and she recommended this. It's kind of purpley, not really my vibe because I'm pretty fair, so I haven't worn it in a while, but since I do have these like weekly rotating baskets, makeup baskets, I'm sure I'll get to it. I'll get around to it, okay? And then this contour is in the shade Breakup, and it's from Makeup Geek. It's a nice cool toned contour. It's, hold on. It's in a nice, it's light and it's nice and cool toned. The last time I was on their website, you could like say you wanted a more cool toned, and you could pick like your complexion shade, and it'll pick out your contours for you. This is a nice contour. I don't really contour anymore. I think that's just way too much these days. But if I ever got around to contouring, I would do it again with that shade. This is the Ofra highlighter in Rodeo Drive. Everyone recommends this. I am going to blame Stephanie Lang for this one because she went on Instagram and said, whenever you guys ask me what highlighter I'm wearing, it's always this one, Rodeo Dry from Ofra. And I think I got this one on sale. If I find out I got it on sale, I'm going to put the sale amount into my running total because that just makes sense. Normally, these higher end things I try to get on sale because I think it's just absurd to spend $30 on a blush or a highlighter or, you know, almost anything. Palettes are a little bit different for me because you're getting a bunch of shades and they are pretty versatile. But I just wanted to say I probably got this on sale, and it's just the pan, it's not the compact, so I think you get it like at a cheaper price for that. And I might have to squeeze these back in. How do I do that? I have these two liquid illuminators. One is the Cover FX Custom Enhancing Drops, I think. Yeah. And then this is the illuminator from Iconic London. Tati mentioned one of these or both of these, so I just put them both in here because I probably got one because I had the other. She raved about one of these. I want to say it was this one, but I got mixed up and bought this one first and then rewatched her video and she said it was this one, so I got this one too. Whatever it is, I have both of these. I think they're like $30 each. This is $60 on fucking glitter, and guess how many? You would be appalled at how many times I've used these. This one 0, this one 0, because I have minis of this one, so I'm getting around to this one. So Tati is to blame for these. Tati, if you need my Cash App name, I would just reach out to me and I'll let you know what it is. Or if you want to send a check in the mail, or if you just want to like pay for my student loans or something, just, you know, we can talk about it, you know, whatever. Tati, Miss Tati, hi, here's another one you made me get. You talked about this one. This is the Stila Heaven's Hue highlighter, and this is in the shade Opulence. I got another one because you were talking about that one too. These are like the, I don't want to put my finger in it, but it's like the highlighter putty. Tati recommended this to me. I got this on sale because I just got this a couple weeks ago at Ulta. So, Tati, you're really just, your bill is getting pretty big over here. You gotta pay up. You can't just not pay, you know? We're almost done. Okay, next we have, should I do eyeshadow? Oh, I'm gonna do a brow powder real quick. This is from Stephanie Lang. She recommended these Anastasia brow powder duos, and I actually really do like these. This one's a little bit dark for what I have going on right now. This is in the shade Ebony, and I only use the lighter shade. It honestly looks like one shade. I'm gonna bring it closer. So it is those two shades. Stephanie Lang recommended this. She owes me money as well. We're going to move on to eyeshadow palettes. I have 4 here. For some reason, eyeshadow palettes, I can't really be persuaded, I think, normally, because I just buy them all anyway. And starting in 2020, I'm really going to work towards, like, using the shit I own and be a more conscious consumer. I don't want to be the dumb bitch anymore. I don't want to be falling into this consumerism trap. I want to buy things that I actually think are special, not just because a pretty person recommended it or it looked good on that one person. There's products I forgot. I have to go get them. I will go get them. I was just remembering things because I said a pretty person. But we're gonna go into eyeshadows. I just wanted to add that in there. This is the Zulu palette by Juvia's Place. If you can just guess who made me buy this. How many times do I have to say this? Am I in focus? I look high because I don't have my glasses on and I'm like trying to see if I'm in focus. I need a monitor like right here. I will give you one guess as to who made me buy this. They took my debit card with money on it that I worked so desperately for, and they went onto the Juvia's Place website and they used code Nikki at checkout. But Nikki Tutorials did convince me to buy this. She convinced me to buy all of them. I don't have all of the Juvia's Place palettes, but All of the ones that I thought were interesting I bought because Nikki Tutorials just gassed them up so much. Here is the Too Faced Pretty Rich palette, Stephanie Lang. Stole my debit card number and made me buy this. And I don't regret it. I think I got it on sale. It's like very pretty. I wanted it and I was waiting for reviews and I held myself back from buying it for so long, and I just, like, look at this. This is, it's very pretty. I don't regret getting this one at all. I don't regret the other palette either. And then this one is another just like collaboration effort of everyone in the beauty sphere to make me buy. This is the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I will be so honest right now. I could probably count how many times I've used this on one hand. Other people, this is their holy grail palette. And here's what it is to me. If a palette is missing a shade, this is when I come to the Jaclyn Hill palette because I know that it's probably in there. And that is a sign of a good palette. I just like using the other ones more. I know if I sat down and used this, I would have every shade that I need. But I like using the other ones more. I have no idea why. Even like an incomplete palette is more special to me than this one. Sorry, and everyone made me buy this. Robbie DeChristie has talked about it. Tati has talked about it. Just Samantha Ravindall probably did. Jamie Page probably did, you little hoe. You guys are messing me up. I have dreams and I have goals, but you're making me buy stupid shit. Like, I'm so upset. I just found a bronzer in my filming makeup that I have to mention. Like, a lot of my stuff I purchased because other people made me buy it. Now, Tati is my queen. Tati is a goddess. Tati is an angel. When I saw that she had a video that said, I've been keeping a secret, I knew it was makeup, and I knew whatever it was, I was going to buy it. I didn't care if it was like a face powder that was $199. I was going to buy it. So grateful it was this beautiful, 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 beautiful palette. I am obsessed. These glitters, I love these glitters. I love the shades. I love that it was neutrals because everyone can use a neutral. You guys are getting a shot of my basement. I hope you like it. Here, let's do this. I'm so happy it was neutrals because you really can't have enough. Someone that doesn't have any makeup, it's so great to start out with neutrals. You could have every rainbow palette in the world, but you're still gonna look like a psychopath when you go out into the world. And I'm just so happy. I love this. I really do love this. So thank you, Tati, for coming out with something that's actually very, very beautiful. Not actually. I should not have said actually. I knew it was gonna be beautiful. Thank you, Tati, for creating something that's heavenly. I think that's the right word. We're gonna jump back to bronzers, and it's a Tati product anyway. She made me buy this. She raves about this butter bronzer in multiple videos. Best at the drugstore, blah blah blah. This butter bronzer is not as good as my Fenty Beauty Sun Stalk'r Shady Biz bronzer. I like this. This is too pigmented right off the bat. The Shady Biz, I don't think I can go back, honestly. It builds up nicely. This is a good one as well. Here are the Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadows. These are the minis. I got this for Christmas this year in this packaging, their holiday packaging. This is the shades Kitten Karma and Diamond Dust. Raw Beauty Crispy talks about these shades specifically. These aren't my favorite ones, but I wanted to grab the shade Spaghetti. Shades specifically that she talks about. Diamond Dust is the silver. Hold on. Diamond Dust is the silver shade. And Kitten Karma is the gold shade. Kitten is the Stila's iconic. My cat just like burped. Are you okay? Okay, you're good. Kitten, you're a kitten. Kitten Karma is the the staple shade that Stila makes. In the bronzy gold. My favorite is actually Smoldering Satin, which is a deep tan champagne shade, which is like, honestly, if you mix these two shades together, that's what Smoldering Satin is, and that is my actual favorite. But Raw Beauty Crispy, these are expensive for each one for the full size, so you owe me some money. Thank you. What's next? Okay, lips. This, it's in the box because I haven't even fucking used it yet. This is the Bite Beauty French Press Lip Gloss. And I actually, these are either being reformulated or they're discontinued. I don't know if this formula is vegan. I know Bite Beauty is going completely vegan, so they might be reformulating all their existing products or discontinuing the ones that aren't vegan and bringing in new ones that are vegan. Anyway, this is a, when you hear discontinued, who do you think about? Samantha Ravindal. This is a Samantha Ravindal suggestion, recommendation, and of course it's discontinued, so my heart is broken and it's all her fault. And I don't know why she still has a job, because she just mentions anything and it's discontinued, you know? But I actually haven't used these yet. I wanted the Dirty Chai that she talks about in Flat White, but those ones were sold out first because she has an influence, because she's an influencer and like she does this. My cat is right here, you'll see him. Hi handsome. So Samantha Ravindal, actually it was a combination of Samantha Ravindal, Jamie Page, and then to finish the Holy Trinity, Raw Beauty Crispy. I'm so grateful. Keep going. Keep walking. Raw Beauty Crispy really did it for me, and I knew I had to order these. Since these were being rolled out, discontinued, reformulated, I only got these for $5 each compared to the $22. So, silver lining, I know that I got these for $5. Mascara, this is a mini. A little note to everyone in the world. Mascaras definitely go bad after 6 months. Like, you don't want anything bad by your eyeballs. It's your vision, you know, like that's one of our senses. You really need your vision. Always buy a mini. Like, even if you go through this in 3 months, it's half the price. And then you can try more mascaras, and you don't have the full size, and you don't have infectious, dirty, rotten, spoiled, nasty, full-size mascara that you are tempted to keep using. So I always buy the minis. This is Lights Camera Lashes. This is a recommendation from Stephanie Lang. This is a very good mascara. I find that it transfers on me, but it's very lengthening. I wouldn't say volumizing, but very, very lengthening. And I do like this mascara, but it does transfer. Is this cream or creme? I think it's supposed to be technically called creme, but everyone calls it cream. So this is the BFF Cream Gel Liner in the shade Honeydew. This is the nude liner that Nikki Tutorial. I think it's creme. Yeah, it's creme. There's an accent. This is the Colourpop BFF Creme Gel Liner in the shade Honeydew. I saw this Nikki Tutorial Honeydew. And that was my cat's ass. So if you see an ass, it's my cat's ass. In the shade Honeydew, I saw Nikki Tutorials put this in her waterline, and she never outright said, I recommend this, I'm encouraging you to buy this. She was just using it at the same time I was looking for something to put in my waterline. And I was looking for these stark white liners, but she put this in her waterline and it looked fucking amazing and I needed it. And it was just linked in her description. She didn't even mention it, so I'm still charging her for it, so just add it to your tab, Miss Tutorials. Some things that I wanted to mention that one is on its way to my house. and I didn't want to wait to make this video to include it when I could just put a picture, is this Love Your Selfie 4-in-1 foundation by Pure. That is a Raw Beauty Christy recommendation. She's been talking about it for 6-7 months now. So, and I was looking for a more full coverage foundation now that I want to discontinue the use of this one. The Juvia's Place I Am Magic Velvety Smooth foundation. So that is on its way to my house. That was like $35. But it's concealer too, so. And then lastly is the Celeste lip gloss from Buxom. That is a Jamie Page recommendation. Miss Page, I know you only had like 2 or 3 recommendations in here. You're still being charged for them. Get with me after this video. We can set up a payment plan. Everything will be alright. The Celeste lip gloss by Buxom is just upstairs. So I don't want to get it. This was supposed to be a chill video and I'm kind of pissed off. But these influencers. So I know this video was like kind of sassy, a little hateful, a little mean. It's all satire, and I think people need to recognize, and I find myself doing this too when someone's like making a joke and you don't realize it's satire. It's not spilling tea, throwing shade, chucking pigments, you know, nothing of that. It's just, it's satire. It's supposed to be funny. I don't hate anyone from making me buy these products. I'm clearly an individual. I only know my debit card number by heart and the security code. It might be saved in Ulta's website. It might be, like, it doesn't matter. But I'm an individual. At the end of the day, I did have free will over buying this stuff. It was all in good fun. So thank you guys so much for watching. This was a really fun video to film. Be sure to check out a beauty guru, maybe do it. Subscribe to me if you want to. I try to make a video at least once a week. I'm not very good at it. You know, I do my best. And follow me on Instagram. It's a panning page. So what that is, I'm going to describe it a little bit, is if you have an eyeshadow palette and you hit pan in it and you see that silvery little fucking delicious goodness in your eyeshadow, you take a picture of it and it's really satisfying. The whole thing is supposed to like control the size of your collection and like have a more curated collection. I just like looking at progress shots. That's what my Instagram is. Follow it if you want to. I think that's it. Thanks for having fun with me. My cat made a special appearance. That was so cool. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Okay, bye.